all day for this, and I suppose the fact that Colreevy won tenaciously earlier on, that's only bolstered her chance and enhanced the form. Yukon Lulu finished second that day in front of Colreevy. She reposed as well today, but Gypsy Island, she ran out a really impressive winner that day at Ferryhouse, and it was only her third run. She's 3 for 3 now in bumpers. She had one run over hurdles as well, but 3 for 3 in bumpers, and look, she sets a very high standard here.
Peter Fahy, her trainer, was a bit unlucky earlier on in our second race with the big dog. He'll be hoping for better fortune here. Looks like Derek O'Connor is going to try and pounce late on Gypsy Island in our final event of what's been a huge afternoon of sport here at Punchestown. Let's join Jerry Hannon for the final time today.
Turning to come in. White flag raised, they're off. Away they go in the closing race. The Weatherby's General Studbook Irish EBF Mares Flat Race, Grade 3 over 2 miles. Jeremy's Flame straight to the front, being followed by Darren's Hope. Manila Melody is in the centre, and on the outside, Miss Honey Rider. Yukon Lil, Bio Verdia and Coromandel Lady in between horses. Then comes Ponteval. Stand side is Heaven Help Us. And then comes Stopson Nation with Daylight Katie. And on their inside is Hawthorne Cottage, Fog and Ballock and Gypsy Island. And Penny Out is detached at the back of the field. Up to the top of the track they go. Jeremy's Flame, Mark O'Hare, 3 lengths in front of Darren's Hope. Another 3 lengths, 2 in third place, Manila Melody. Miss Honey Rider makes the bend, just 4th on the outside of Coromandel Lady as they continue uphill with Jeremy's Flame going along at a good lick. Darren's Hope second, then Manila Melody, Bio Verdia, Miss Honey Rider, Yukon Lil, Coromandel Lady. On their outside is Heaven Help Us, and then Stopson Nation and Hawthorne Cottage, Ponteval and Daylight Katie, Gypsy Island, Fog and Ballock, and the back marker remains Penny Out. Continuing downhill, less than 1.5 miles to go, and it's Jeremy's Flame, 4 lengths in front of Darren's Hope, 2 lengths back to Manila Melody, and then Coromandel Lady and Miss Honey Rider. Bio Verdi is on the inside, then Yukon Lil, as they soon make the run to go into the back straight. Jeremy's Flame, the lead has been reduced. It's cut in half by Darren's Hope. Then Manila Melody and Coromandel Lady, Miss Honey Rider. Yukon Lil next with Bio Verdia. And after Bio Verdia, it's Heaven Help Us, and Stopson Nation is next. After Stopson Nation is Ponteval as they make their way towards the halfway stage. That leading group tracked by Gypsy Island and Daylight Katie. As they make their way across from the stands, just over 7 furlongs to go. Jeremy's Flame holding on to an advantage of 2 lengths. Darren's Hope second, then Manila Melody. Coromandel Lady, Miss Honey Rider. Yukon Lil, Bio Verdia. Heaven Help Us, Stopson Nation and Ponteval. Just behind them is Gypsy Island. And then comes, after that leading group, is Penny Out as they race on towards the final 3/4 of a mile. Jeremy's Flame, yet to be headed in this one. And second is Darren's Hope. Then Manila Melody, Coromandel Lady, Miss Honey Rider, Yukon Lil, Bio Verdia, Heaven Help Us, Stopson Nation, Ponteval, Penny Out, Daylight Katie and Gypsy Island. They've gone away from Fog and Ballock, and dropping out of contention is Hawthorne Cottage. Just over 1/2 mile left to go, and it is Jeremy's Flame the leader. By 1.5 lengths to Darren's Hope, Manila Melody third, and then Miss Honey Rider, Bio Verdi is improving on the inside of Coromandel Lady, and they're being followed by Yukon Lil. Gypsy Island is to their outside. Mare with the nose band racing towards the final 3 furlongs in the approach to the straight. And the Weatherby's General Stud Book Irish EBF Mares Grade 3 flat race. Jeremy's Flame with on the outside challenging is Manila Melody, then Bio Verdia, Miss Honey Rider, and Gypsy Island has gone into a closing 5th. Daylight Katie is next. Dropping back is Darren's Hope as they run off the home turn, and it is Manila Melody with on the outside Gypsy Island. Here she comes, and she's gone on. Gypsy Island racing to the final furlong. Gypsy Island and Derek O'Connor have quickly gone away from Manila Melody, Daylight Katie, Miss Honey Rider, Bio Verde and Darren's Hope inside the final 200 yards. And it is Gypsy Island out 5 lengths in front, and this is a mare in a good place. Keeps her unbeaten bumper record intact, and the colours of JP McManus for Peter Fahey, ridden by Derek O'Connor. Daylight Katie second, and third is Manila Melody, and then Miss Honey Rider followed in then in 5th place by Darren's Hope.
Yeah, I think we already knew that this mare was very, very smart, and she's just gone and confirmed it there today by dismissing her rivals here with consummate ease. Don, the way she just looped the field there before the turn into the straight was so impressive. Derek O'Connor had hardly breathed on her at that stage. Eventually let her off after the turn in, and away she went. Daylight Katie's run really well to come through for second spot, but this mare really could be anything, couldn't she?
She could, Gary, yeah. And Derek O'Connor has ridden her like a good mare. He's dropped her in at the back, come wide, didn't mind giving away ground, just so that he could make his ground whenever he wanted to, not be dependent on getting a run through. And he's 4 or 5 wide around the home turn. It didn't matter. She's got so much in hand. He has a wee glance to his left on the way around the home turn just to make sure there's nothing coming up on his outside. He's confident there. He's got everything else in front of him covered. Patrick Mullins is under pressure on Manila Melody, who's run a good race, but she's just coasted to the front, hasn't she?
So effortless for Gypsy Island, just as was the case at Fairyhouse last week when she beat today's champion bumper winner Colreevy back into 3rd. Gypsy Island actually not eligible to run in the champion bumper, I don't think, because she had run over hurdles earlier on in the season. But whatever way you look at it, she is a mare, I think, potentially out of the top drawer. And if Connections so wished on, and JP McManus owns her, so it's not altogether likely, but she could go on the flat and win plenty of good flat races.
You think so? Yeah, you think so, absolutely. And look, Peter Fahey can train horses for the flat as well, but no, she's just looks like she's got tons of class, tons of boot, tons of pace. She settled lovely for Derek O'Connor in behind, made her ground when she wanted to, and just eased away to the front. And she kind of had a little bit of a look around her when she got to the front. Derek O'Connor gave her a little slap down the left shoulder, but now she's just coasted to victory.
3rd winner of the afternoon stroke evening for JP McManus, and Gypsy Island very much want to keep on the right side of going forward. Be interested to see where she goes next. She has already achieved plenty this season. The only defeat coming in a maiden hurdle at Navan, where she just had a little bit too much to do in the final reckoning and would have won in another few strides. But I think it's fair to say she hasn't looked back from that. And a big win as well for Peter Fahey. We mentioned before the race he was a bit unlucky earlier on with the big dog. Let's rejoin Kevin O'Ryan.
Yes, thanks, Gary. Just Paul Harrison leading back in. Peter Fahey's travelling head man. Derek, how good is this mare? She's improving at each run. Another very impressive performance.
Yeah, she surprised me a bit today because she didn't travel early, and I was a little bit afraid, you know. She wasn't travelling early doors, and I got a little bit afraid halfway through the race. But every time I asked her to go forward, she just picked up an abundance of speed, I'd say.
And even like Fairyhouse, at Fairyhouse, a furlong and a half down, she's locked on with you. Same today before turning into the straight. You could call you a winner 4 out, 3 out even.
Yeah, do you know, this is about the race today now, because we went to right gallop today on softer ground. So it was a proper test, and she came home very strong and not doing a whole pile in front. She's very exciting, Kev.
And a mare to win, any horse to win 4 bumpers takes